You know, sometimes the most amazing things are hidden in the most ordinary places. And today, we're going to do just that. We're going to take one single everyday word and completely unpack it. Why? Because I think it's going to reveal a massive hidden system that's been hiding in plain sight this whole time. Let's dive in.
So here's our starting point. It's a dictionary entry for the word driving from the Simple English Wiktionary. And I know what you're thinking. It looks pretty standard, right? You've got the pronunciation, verb forms, a couple of example sentences. Nothing to see here. Or is there?
Okay, but what if I told you there's a secret hidden on this page? A tiny little clue that leads to this huge, fascinating story. A story about language and this really radical idea to change how we all communicate. It's so easy to miss, but trust me, it is right there. All right, so where is this secret? Let's zoom in a little. It's kind of tucked away, not in the main definition, but down in the details. You know, the kind of stuff most of us would just scroll right past, but for us, this little note, it's everything.
And there it is. Driving is on the basic English 850 list. See, just one sentence. But this little sentence, well, it opens up a massive rabbit hole. It's not just some random category tag, it's practically an invitation to find out what's really going on.
Which, of course, leads us to the big question, right? What is the basic English 850 list, and why 850? What does it even mean for a word like driving to be on this list? Well, the answer really starts with that number, 850. Just 850, that's it. To put that in perspective, you and I probably know tens of thousands of words. But this system, it claims you only need this many. A super carefully selected list of just 850 words. And look, this isn't just a list of the most common words. Nope, it's a whole system, a complete, self-contained language designed for communication. It's called Basic English, and the whole point was to create a super simple, international language that pretty much anyone could learn, and learn fast. Yeah, it's really important to get this. Basic English isn't just, dumbed-down English. It was this meticulously designed system. The idea was that with just these 850 core words, you could talk about almost anything you'd need for daily life, for business, even for science. But, okay, that's the part where you're probably raising an eyebrow, right? How on earth can so few words express complex ideas? I mean, our normal vocabulary is huge for a reason. It just sounds impossible. But the real genius of the whole thing is how it uses those words. And to really get how it works, we have to go right back to where we started, to our clue word, driving. The secret to how this entire system functions is sitting right there in that original dictionary entry.
So check this out. Both of these examples are from that page. In the first one, the man driving the truck, the word describes an action. He's operating a vehicle. Super straightforward. But in the second one, the driving wind, the word describes a quality, a force. It means the wind is powerful, relentless. It's the exact same word, but we get two totally different, totally clear meanings just from the context.
And that, right there, that's the engine that makes Basic English run. The whole idea is you don't need a different word for every tiny little nuance. Instead, you use a small set of really powerful, flexible words. You let the sentence around them do the heavy lifting, and you combine simple words to build up bigger ideas. And by getting rid of synonyms, you make everything incredibly clear and direct.
Now, did Basic English take over the world and become the universal language its creators dreamed of? Well, no. But the idea behind it? Oh, it's more relevant today than ever. It was this amazing experiment in communication, and you can actually see its influence in everything from technical writing to how we teach languages today.
So what do we take away from all this? First off, that being simple and clear is a kind of superpower, and that sometimes having constraints, like only 850 words to work with, can actually make you more creative. But maybe the biggest thing is just that there are these incredible hidden systems all around us, even hiding in something as boring as a dictionary entry.
And that leaves us with a really fascinating question to chew on. In our world, which is getting more and more complex all the time, is the future of communication about creating more words, more jargon? Or could we learn a lesson from this little clue on a dictionary page? That maybe, just maybe, real understanding comes from a kind of radical, powerful simplicity.